What's up guys, this is Gnurrgard, and today I wanted to be going over the new Karakuri support in Duel Links in the new box. As you can see right here, I have a deck list prepared that I was testing. I went over the cards, the combo potential, calculated a bit, and this is the ratios I settled on. I would love to play only 2 cash, but you go from 65% to 69% of comboing if you go from 2 to 3, so I figured it was worth it. Let's go over the card by cards first. The new Karakuri level 5 Kunamzan is in the new box, is an ultra rare, and as you can see you only have to go through the box twice because I only play 2, because no combo actually requires you to have him in the hand. He is searchable by Inashishi, which is your most important card. So what he does is, if you have a Karakuri on the board, you can switch the position of that monster and special summon him from the hand. If you do that, he becomes a tuner. So, next up we have 3 Ninishi, because she is a combo piece you want to draw. Same for Inashishi, most important card in the deck, he can search everything you need. And lastly, for the monster lineup, we have Nisamu, because first of all it adds a little bit of consistency, because you can have Ninishi and Nisamu and go into Bure. Or you can, what you mostly do is, at the end of your combo you have 1 special summon left, so that is your go-to because he protects you extra because he floats. Next up we have Hatronade. Just the turn 1 of this deck is pretty good. I will show you some combos later, but the turn 2, if you get flipped down, it's really hard because you only have your 1 normal summon and you need the 1 normal summon to special summon the Kunamzan, so running Tronade is very good here. Next up we have 1 Karakuri Anatomy. I figured if you need it you can search this off of Inashishi. If you want to, you can run 2 of those and cut a cash in for that. Next up, as already explained, we have the cash, just for more consistency. And the last slots are tech cards. I have Floodgate Trap Roll in here just because I like it at the moment, but you can easily replace it with something like Offerings to the Doomed or Countercard, which is actually in the same box. And lastly, we have the Karakuri Cash In, which is searchable off of Inashishi, very nice. And yeah. Other cards you can run is, as I said, these 3, and Karakuri Gold Dust for 1 specific reason. First of all, you can switch positions of monsters with Bure, so this is a big attack boost, and you can OTK some people with it. But most importantly, you don't have an actual way of getting over this in this deck. So at the moment, Cocytus is not that often to be seen, but it's definitely at least a side deck card. Gold Dust, and maybe you can main deck it just for some OTK plays. Up to the extra deck, your most important monster is Bure, because there are many combos where you can make him, like Kunamzan with Inashishi, or Ninishi plus Inashishi if you have level augmentation, or just Ninishi plus Nisamu. Next up, Buredo, which is the stronger monster, but it's harder to get out. So we still run 2. If you want, you can take this out, put another flex in, but at the moment I run 2. Next up we have Samurai Destroyer, which is also an earth machine. They're all earth machines because Kunamzan locks you into earth machine monsters. So Samurai Destroyer is just a nice tech card, can run over stuff like Winda, for example. And lastly, we run 1 Musashi just so you can synchro with Ninishi and Inashishi without using your skill level augmentation. You can also, as this effect, you can target 1 machine monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. So that's pretty nice. You can synchro Ninishi plus Inashishi, go into Musashi and add 1 of those back, mostly the Inashishi because it's the best card in the deck. So, now that I showed you the deck build, let's go over some combos. The simplest combo is just 1 Inashishi. I will play it up for you. So, you can normal summon the Inashishi. You search your deck for the Kunamzan, special summon him, switch Inashishi. Then you go into Bure. which then can special summon your Nisamu from the deck. Just a simple play, 1-card combo. You go into a big beater plus your floater. Obviously, we'll have more cards. For example, if you have back row with it, you can just set 3 with this. Pretty decent start. Next replay is Inashishi plus Cash Cash, or just 2 Inashishi also works. So we normal summon Inashishi, search for Kunamzan, obviously. We special summon the Kunamzan. No, we search for the Inashishi, I mean. Then we special summon the Kunamzan and go into Bure. As always, our starter play is Bure. Now we can go into Ninishi, which allows us to have an extra normal summon, which is our Inashishi that we just searched. And then we can go for Anatomy. We level augmented here so that Ninishi is level 5. We will go for Anatomy. We can synchro into a second Bure, which then can search us the Nisamu, which we will end on. And then you can double switch your Nisamu to get the tokens on the Anatomy, draw 2 cards, and we drew 2 back row and can set it. So that's one route where you can go with this combo. Alternatively, if you don't want to search for Anatomy, which is a bit of a riskier play, because if you don't draw defense here, you're kind of wide open to your opponent doing whatever he wants. What you can do alternatively is you do the same. I'm going to fast forward here. Do the same startup, search, and go into Bure, special Ninishi. And now, instead of searching the Anatomy, you use cash in and you don't use level augmentation here. So you just search your defense, then synchro into Musashi, which can then add back our Inashishi. And then we can set the cash in and now reset for the next turn. This allows us to have a follow-up in hand while having protection. If you want unsure what to decide on between these plays, it's just a matter of what are the rest of the cards in your hand, right? If you already have protection, you can safely go for the Anatomy. If you need the protection, you go for the protection and the follow-up. Next combo is Ninishi plus Cash or Inashishi. So you summon her, you go and search for the Inashishi. You use your extra normal summon, search for the Kunamzan, and then you special summon him, go into Bure, which then special summons from your deck another Kunamzan. Now, because he's special summoned from the deck and not through his effect, he is not a tuner anymore. So what you can do here is level 5 plus level 3, go to Boredo, which will special summon, as always, our Nisamu. And now you can activate the effect of Bure, switch it to attack mode, and you can draw a card of Bure, which is hopefully back row. If not, then, well, you have, this was a 2-card combo, so you will have other cards to work with in this case. So for the last combo, I want to give a shout out to Golforce, which sent me this idea. So you have Inashishi, Ninishi, and Cash Cash. Now you would think you want to summon Ninishi, which can be fine in this case sometimes, but what you can do alternatively is you normal summon Inashishi, which can then search your Kunamzan, then you special summon it and go into Bure, as always, which will then search you your second Ninishi. Now you can, with Cash Cash or a second Inashishi, switch her and get Inashishi. Now you can level augmentation the Ninishi onto the other Ninishi, which is now level 6. Now with your second normal summon, you summon Inashishi, and this time you have to search cash in because you only can switch once, so you can't really use Anatomy. And now you can go into Boredo, which then, as always, specials Nisamu, which you can then switch to attack to draw another card. So now we have 2 cash in You can only activate one per turn, but it's whatever. You're protected against Cosmic Cyclone, for example. So yeah, that's what you can do with the 3-card combo here. All right, let's go back to the deck list. So with the new card, Kunamzan, and the searchable cash-in, you have gained 2 elements, which is first consistency, because before Karakuri was very reliant on Inishi and Inashishi, this combo, or just Inishi plus Nisamu, which we still incorporate, but you don't really want to go Inishi plus Nisamu to Borei, because it's just, you use 2 cards to get 2 cards, you're not really getting anywhere. And with the addition of Kunamzan, you can actually extend your combo by a lot, and you make Inashishi a 1-card combo. Do I think this has the potential to be tiered? The main advantage of this deck is the tech space. You can do like pretty much whatever you want with these slots. So you are very adaptable to anything. If you want to go a bit high roll, it's only 4%. So if you go down to 65% of combo consistency, you can cut this for even more tech space. But yeah, I think this might sneak into tier 3 if the meta is right, like if you can tech accordingly. I would love to put the consistency up to like 75%, but I don't see a way yet to do it. But maybe someone will come up with something to boost the consistency even more. Maybe go down to 2 Cash Cash, because Cash Cash is a nice card, but as soon as you get like 2, it's getting worse by a lot, because at some point your hands will be full of monsters, and you don't really want that. So that's it for the Karakuri overview for me. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment below, leave a like, and I'll see you around.